Alright, so, all throughout history, people have been lambasted for their opinions or lambasted for their factual evidence. Even the most revolutionary people in history have been lambasted for the things that they said. And yet, a lot of these people were right about the things that they've said. So honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to know that you won an argument. Understand that winning an argument has nothing to do about how a particular person reacts to that argument. It's about the facts and statistics that you put on the table and how they actually decide to respond to that argument. So number one way that you know that you won an argument is when other people use emotions to counter your argument. Understand that when people use emotions to counter your argument, they don't have a hand of cards to count on to begin with. They have no argument. So, the last resort that their body could really think of is some emotional bullshit without any statistical evidence whatsoever, possibly trying to play the moral high ground in a particular situation. If they repeat the same talking points that they continue to speak, even when you would address them and rebuttal them in a particular situation, then they pretty much lost the argument. I remember in my MGTOW video, I literally said, don't get married by the law or divorce court, but to have a spiritual ceremony so that you could avoid that. But apparently, a lot of the people in the comment section, they're too indoctrinated to actually see that I actually said that in the particular video. This is what I mean. A lot of people are going to ignore your statements. If they ignore your statements and don't have a legitimate response to your statements, you pretty much won the argument. Because honestly, all they're doing is just ignoring the argument and rebuttaling the same hashed bullshit that they said in 17 other videos. If people start going on tangents and talking about stuff that doesn't have anything to do with your particular argument, then you probably won the argument. I remember somebody told me or was complaining that I said it was the MGTOW movement instead of the MGTOW ideology. If people have like really nitpicky things to say about your argument, very, very, very minuscule things like, oh, you called MGTOW a movement, oh my gosh, then you probably won the argument, because they couldn't think of anything bigger to even rebuttal to your argument. So what do you do in these types of situations? I know what I did, and I messed up in this type of situation. To disregard these individuals, embrace the people who actually make smart comments and smart distinctions in the comment section. Or whether you're at school, make sure that you embrace people who actually have intelligent thought, who actually challenge your opinion. And for the people who use emotion and indoctrinated talking points 24/7, go ahead and ignore them. Just freaking ignore them. And for the people who use emotion 24/7 because they don't have a deck of cards in their hand to place on the table, just ignore those individuals as well. It's not really worth talking to them or embracing them. So, yeah, I would say in this situation, yeah, I messed up, you know. I thought that maybe I could change these people's minds, but apparently I can. I can't. So, honestly, that's how you know that you won an argument. No, that's how I know that I won this argument. So, I am not going to any longer talk about MGTOW or feed these individuals, and I'm gonna continue to move on to my next video and future content. So more videos coming soon. And here's the thing, for my followers, for my real subscribers, if I say anything in my videos that you disagree with, make sure to stand up for yourself and let me know. But when you make an argument, make sure that you have something to back up your statement. I'm not the type to lambast a homie if he's showing me respect or she is showing me respect. And I'm not the type to lambast an individual just because his or her narrative goes against my narrative. But when you just come at me with just full stupid, it's hard for me to not respond. But you know what? I'm not going to respond to these types of things, and I'm going to continue to move on to my next video because it's not worth my time. So, I hope you guys have a good one, and this is my black opinion. Peace.